Could I share my screen for about 3 or 4 minutes and show something, or
Sure, go ahead.
I don't know how you do it.
Rajiv should tell you how to do that.
You know what? I'll forget it. I'm going to be stepping on some toes. I'll do a video.
Santiago, stop sharing your screen, and then Ken can share his.
All right, new share. No. Oh, stop sharing. Stop sharing. No. Okay.
Do I do something?
No, just go to share screen and hit share, and it should give you options to put what screen you want to share.
Oh, share. Okay. Oh, share screen. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trading your system. This is nothing to, I'm not stepping on anybody's toes. I'm trading the filtered system, but this is what I do. And it helps me a little bit like Lynn looking at the daily, but I have the 3 balls here on the 4-hour and daily. And what you shared in the beginning of your presentation makes perfect sense, but I use this for my own benefit. And all it is going to take about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm on a New Zealand pair, New Zealand yen. I got a vertical line. It's apparent which way I'm going on the trade. I'm going to go to a couple of more New Zealand pairs. Here's a New Zealand Swiss. Here's a New Zealand CAD. Not as good. Pound New Zealand the other way right here. And it's a caveman type approach. It's meaning very simple. New Zealand down move.
Is that a trend line, the brown line?
The maroon line. No, I'm not sure what you're talking about. This is just a vertical line.
No, the maroon line.
The maroon line is that, I'm sorry. The maroon line is just an 8 EMA and a Heikin-Ashi. I don't trade off this. I have to make very clear. I trade your system. All I'm showing you is, and I'm not trying to take over anything either. I'm very sensitive about that. When I used to do presentation, I have people trying to sabotage, and I'm not trying to do that. But I'm trying to let me show you the yen pairs. Okay, see, everything's in agreement and alignment. And it's a real simple, quick way of doing things. Go to another yen pair. There's a yen pair, another yen pair, there's a yen pair. And it tells me who's strong and who's weak. Where's my euro yen? See, and then even the US yen. Back in here, I can see right now, I'm on the 4-hour, on my left chart is the 4-hour, but it's confluent with my daily. And the only thing I'm trying to share here is not to upend anything or sabotage your system. I have to make it very clear. I trade your system. This is just a trend following mechanism that helps me right away. I know, okay, like let's say I'm right here. Okay, well, I want to be looking at the dollar yen. So that sets my bias. And I wanted to share it with you real quick. It really isn't anything anyone has to do. I think your system's probably better because it tells you very clearly when a trend is changing. Like the pound yen, you can see right here, it changed. Well, here's the 3 ball on the 4-hour. And then right in here is your move. And I'm not using any oscillators, but you can see, whoops, there's a move. So if I put let me just do this and I'll get out of the way. It tells you the same thing, it's just more in caveman terms. more simpler terms. Okay, so right here, I'm on the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour. And there you go. And your 15-minute, let's say, there you go. You time your entry on your system, not this, not Heiken Ashi, not 8, not nothing. All this does is tell me, okay, and your system will tell you the same thing. But I wanted to share very quickly what I like to do. It's caveman, meaning it's very not too complicated, but it tells you the daily and the 4 hour direction right here. And that was Thursday. And then Wednesday. Boom. That's all I got. And I hope nobody takes offense to it. I'm trading your system. But what this does, it really tells me, oh, well, the yen's really weak. And it certainly was. And, you know, I wanted to share that. So I'm going to end it. And I'm going to stop share. And I want to share that with anybody that would like to. They could do it. I have this on a different platform. And at the beginning of the day, that's what I go to. And then I look at my the filter system template. Okay, that's it. Thanks for letting me share.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. You know, at the end of the day, we try to catch trades in a specific direction.
Yeah.
Right. And whatever helps you, you know, find the overall trend for you to trade off of. You know, you do what's best. You know how you see the market and you understand it.
Yeah.
You know, so no, you're not stepping on any toes. You know, you are inputting, you know, different ways to look at the same thing.
Yeah,
And it may be,
we are just presenting a way to look at the system. But if you're comfortable at looking at a system in a certain way and then follow the system, it's fine. You know, I mean, for example, some people rely heavily on a currency strength meter to tell them which pairs are moving and which ones are not.
Yeah.
You know, to me, the currency strength meter is a delayed signal.
Yeah.
The price action is the signal that you should be following, which is what we are trying to do with our system, not the oscillators, but just the price action itself. It's different ways to do this, to skin a cat, but you know, whatever works, it's fine.
Yeah, it's just I don't want. I just have to be very clear. I'm trading the filter system. It just sort of helps me. Okay, the yen is strong or weak or in between or whatever, and it just helps me because we're talking about finding pairs. I agree. It's good to maybe just pick maybe 2 pairs, 3 at the most, and trade those. So I understand what Santiago was saying. I agree also with it. But if I can find a strong week through just using an EMA and a Heiken Ashi and the angle, like, okay, that gives me a little bit of a head start. But you can do the same thing with what Santiago shared at the beginning of this meeting. And so, you know, believe me, I'm not trying to take the oxygen out of the room, but I wanted to share it.
Yeah. No, that's totally fine. You know, the reason we present the system the way it is just to keep it uniform. And there's different ways to look at the same thing, but just to keep it uniform. So whatever you do on the lower time frame, you do on the higher time frame.
Amen.
So you don't. So you keep it uniform no matter what you're looking at to find the same results. So it keeps everything fresh. That whatever I'm doing on the higher time frame, I could do it all the way down to the 1 minute time frame and keep it uniform.
Agree.
And like that, it don't conflict. When it does come in conflict, it conflicts itself, not 2 different things.
Agree.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right, let me. So which pair do you guys want to? Let me take the screen back. Where am I at?
Before you you go to any trade to trade, the template. And sorry, because I'm really switching to my colors and everything, but I realized that your H3 is price close price, is no price weight. So is a mistake, or is you did on purpose? The
No,
H3 indicator in the bottom of your template is is at the price close and not at the price weighted price.
it's probably because I was testing both price,
Okay.
and when I saved the template, I might have saved it with one specific way, and it just kept saving it like that.
Okay.
And I just, whenever I change it, and then I add a template, it stays the same as it was before. So to keep everything uniform, it should be price weighted.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But thank you, because I don't realize I do that sometimes when I save a template and then
Yeah.
change it, I don't save it.
For
And
that
then I
reason
keep,
that I mentioned it, because maybe you didn't realize that you are playing with some prices, and then you forget to change it back. Okay. Thank you, Santiago.
now, if in the future, if I do changes because I see a big difference, and maybe it'll help better at a close price versus a weighted price. Sometimes it doesn't make a difference. Sometimes it does. Uh, they both have its benefits, I guess, depending on the price action. All right. So, in any particular pair, you guys wanna? I just want to throw something up there that I haven't.
Gold.
Gold.
Do you like gold, Rajit? Do you, or
Well, something that everybody would. If
yeah,
everybody trades gold, then I would do the gold. But if everybody, some
or
people don't
pound
trade it.
dollar? I don't know, pound yen, pound Aussie, pound New Zealand.
Well, we did the pound yen last time.
Yeah.
Uh, does anybody else? Any other pound pairs you like? Pound Aussie, pound dollar. Going once, going twice. We'll pick the pound Aussie. All
Sold.
right. Sold. That's all you say. All right. So we're gonna try to get as close as. Let's say this is October. I guess we could do the beginning of October. Pound Aussie.
Yeah, just keep in mind that when we're doing the simulation, if there are questions, it's going to take a while to get through trades. So it's your choice. You can ask questions, but it's going to take longer to go through a day or two of trading.
Yeah. Let me go back to August so I can make sure I get enough. August 1st. Initial history charts. 30 days. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't slow this down. Let me close this. All right. So charts. 1 minute chart. 5 minute. 15 minute. 30 minute. Yeah, 1 hour. 4 hour. And day. All right, so open a 1 minute chart. I'm gonna minimize that. We want to keep the 5 minute chart template. Load template, and we need the new simulation template. This is the one with the adjusted sessions. All right, so that's a 5 minute. We're gonna open up a 15-minute template, load template, new simulation template. And we're gonna go over to a 1 hour. Let's open up a 30-minute. Minimize that. 1 hour. Minimize that. 4 hour. And we're gonna load template. And then we're gonna open up a daily chart and minimize that. And the window, we're gonna minimize that. All right. All right, can everybody see?
Yes.
We don't need
Yes.
that. We don't need the weekly. And we don't need this. Okay. All right, so we're gonna start off with the,
It's better to delete that indicator, the multi-symbol one. This is going to slow it down.
okay, yeah. Okay. That should help some. All right, so close this. The first thing we're starting off is the 4-hour chart. It's the beginning of the week. What do we know? Beginning of the week, what do we have? Can anybody answer that?
We have a ball at the
We
top.
have a ball. So it's a possibility this market is trying to change direction,
Right.
right? What do you see here? We see that we already started
Red. Yes.
red. So the market is already trying to change direction. Divergence, for those who like to see divergence, we already have divergence on the 4-hour chart. D2 has already been changing color. So most likely this could be the high of the month, maybe, right? So no one coming in, we only looking for shorts at this point. So this is the starting of the all right. So we know we're looking for shorts. If we're gonna take any shorts in the Asian session, what are we gonna be looking for? Can anybody answer that?
Session high.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Session high
Session high and what else? High, maybe high of the day?
of day.
Okay. All right. Maybe I need to let's do this so we can see this. Let's bring up the 1-hour chart. Is the 1-hour chart daily? A 1-hour chart. Template. Load template. New simulation. And indicator list, delete. Okay, the reason I'm doing this because I'm gonna change this to just a regular H4. So this is the 1 hour time frame. So it's B times 4. This would be 12, 100, and 8. All right, didn't change much from the H3, but we're just gonna say this is a label, just to keep reminded that this is the H4. Okay. All right, so coming in, we see that the H4 is already turned blue, right? We know we're looking for shorts. So at this point, we're looking for the high of the session. Since it's blue, it's coming into the day. We're trying to look for the high of the session and the high of the day, with H4 to peak out, right? So that's what we're going to be concentrating. You see the H3 is blue, so we're looking for the high of the day and the high of the session in order to capitalize on a move down. So we're saying that the moves should go down, right? Now, this is the beginning of the week, and we know that this could be a top formation. You keep aware that there's always a transition period when the market is turning around. Well, we know which direction we're going, but we may get a lot of fluctuation before it goes in that direction. Just keep in mind, it may not just go and then you're in there for the races. You may get sideways movement, but if you keep focused that we're only trading short unless things change, unless the condition change, we have to stay focused on a downward movement. So our focus right now is short, but we're waiting for highs to go short. So we're gonna skip through some of this to get to the start. This is all that. You see this, the spreads are 10 if you're not trading around this time. Okay. So you see the H3 has shifted, saying it's possibly found the high of the session, high of the day, right? Let's look at the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart also changed. So it's a possibility we at the high of the day. Now we just have to find the high of the session, right? The 1 hour is changed back to 1 hour to blue. So now we're just waiting for the 1 hour to cycle up and be in line with everything else to take a trade. If anybody have any questions while we're doing this, just feel free to mention. Okay. So now we're paying good attention to your 5-minute chart to see if everything lines up, to see if we can take advantage of the high of the session, right? And we do have a ball here, meaning it could retrace a little bit more and then give a ball here and then come down. But it doesn't have to. If everything lines up, it may take this ball out and continue to go down. That's why it's so important to wait for your alignment and see if everything's aligned. But if you look at your 4-hour chart, you see everything is changed. The color of the candle already changed red. There's a good indication the market is shifting already to try to take a short. These candles are red. These candles are red. This can change. This is a 5-minute chart. All right. So now everything is shifting back up, which is good. You know, if this fulfills the 2-ball, you feel a little bit more confident that it has retraced and we can take the trade down. All right. Nothing's changed on the H3. H10 still telling us go short. H3 telling us go short, right? But this can change and tell us, oh, we're trying to find a higher high. So you have to keep in mind this H3 changes and wants to continue to go up, then we're going to be trying to find a higher high for the day. Right? I'm on the 5-minute here. I'm not taking any trades to the long side because my H3 is not set. Even though my H1 is set, you know, there's 11 pips there. I made a personal change to wait. If I take in any trades within the session, it has to be aligned with my H3. Just to stay consistent and have a higher probability trade. Okay. Oh, this probably went too far. Hold on. I want to do it real time, so let it play. All right. So if you see a tradable situation, if you see it, call it out. As if you was trading, if you see something, right, and you feel like you can trade it right there, please call it out, because that's the way you're viewing the market, and we want to analyze how you're viewing the market to assist you and help you to see if that's the right way, or maybe you need more confirmation on this. Right. So if you see a tradable situation, call it out, because that's what you're going to be looking at when you're trading on your own. All right. So if we can help you out and tell you, yeah, that's good or not, then you know it just benefits you more. So I'm trying to make this an interaction. So if you see something, just ask the question right away. Say, you know what, if I was trading on my own, I would have been in there by now, just because of this, and that, and we can discuss it. Okay. So go back. All right. We're going to play it. Then we're going to pause it as we see things change. Okay. Didn't pause it good enough, but it's changing. Okay. Did I pause it? Yeah. What do we have here right now? While this bar was forming, right? This was fluctuating, and then finally set in. Right? Is everybody comfortable taking a trade right here?
I would be.
No,
And
Not
depending on how far that stop is away.
okay, so if I was to take a trade here, right, it'd be a 16 pip stop.
Not bad. Yeah, I would be comfortable.
Okay. We know there's a change in color, right? So we hit the high of the session. You know? Now we're trying to trade off the 5 minute. You know, I usually trade off the 1 minute, especially in the Asian session, but not everybody likes the 1 minute, so we're trying to keep it just trade off the 5 minute. And just if you don't get a trade, you just don't get a trade. But if this is too big of a stop, you have to wait for the market to pull back a little bit, and then find a re-entry, right? So 16 pip stop for Asian session that may just go 33 pips or 30 pips down. So I'm risking maybe less than a 1-to-1 ratio. Do you want to take that chance? Well, how many people would be in right now? Just say yes if you would be in at this point.
I'd enter it.
Okay. How many people wouldn't enter at this point and just wait to a bit for it to pull back some more and see if you get another setup?
Right.
Anybody else?
Wait.
Go ahead, Deborah. What'd you say?
Oh, I was gonna say I'd wait
Wait. Costas?
because you're far off the high.
Correct. Costas?
I will wait.
Okay. Rafael? I don't think he's back yet. Or maybe stepped away. Len here? Len, would you get in on that? Or would you wait for a better price? Not sure who's all in here or not. Okay. Well, let's, me personally, I don't know if my 1 minute had a good entry, but if I was trading off the 5 minutes, I would wait for a possible pullback since we have a small retracement. One ball, maybe we get a 1 ball retracement, or maybe we finally get a 2 ball retracement and then go down. It's a lot of ifs at this point, but I am far away from my stop. All right, that's a 15 pip stop. I would have to adjust my lot sizes in order to even take that trade. So at this point, I will wait for a better confirmation. All right, let's go bar for bar. All right, price is pulling back. We may get a better price. But if you did get in here, your stop will be up here, right? So if you're already in it, your stop would be here, and you're just waiting for an add-on once you get another confirmation.
You're waiting for the M10 to saddle. There you
Oh, hold
go.
on. I'm sorry. That went too far. Okay, maybe go a little bit more and let it play out. Okay. All right, so didn't stop in time. So now we have another entry, right? You can wait. As soon as you see that, you can take the trade or wait for this bar to finish. Okay, now that the bar has finished, I'll wait for the price to come back a little bit and then enter it. This is where my 1 minute, I take advantage of all this on my 1 minute. 5 minutes is a little harder because you have to wait for the 5 minute bar to finish or play out. So it's harder to, okay. So market pulled back a little bit here. I would get in here, right? And now my stop is only a 8 pip stop, right? Versus a what's the initial when we got in earlier? We got in right here, which was I think it was a 16 pip stop when we got in.
16, yes, right,
Yeah.
16.
So now you have a 8 pip stop versus a 16 pip stop. So this will be your entry right here. Your stop, and there's your entry. And now we see if it's going to play out. Uh, 10 is changing color again, so you may want to retrace. All right, 10 is making a retracement, which is fine. The 10 can recycle and get back in line. Then we got a, we have a, let me make sure this is correct. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to give you the wrong ball. Make sure I got the right settings on it. But this is the 15-minute setting right here. This is a 15-minute yellow ball, right? So the market could be peaking out, right? And could be turning around. But so far as we have no signs of it according to the 1 hour. We're trying to find the low of the session, right? And we're still looking for the low of the day. But at this point, we are up 5 pips, right? And you're up 11 pips if you took the early entry. Okay. Now everything has changed, right? The 1 hour has changed. So it's a good indication that the 30-minute has changed, that you're reaching a low of a session. So this is where I was telling you earlier about the Asian session. The average range of the Asian session for a pound Aussie pair could be, 30 pips, on a good day, 40 pips maybe. When it's going strong, you may get 50 or 60 pips out of it if it's a strong movement news. Well, you have to be aware if you're trading the Asian session that there's usually it might be a tight range. And what did we say about earlier about the market just turning around? It's going to be a transition period. So you may get a lot of back and forth. And also it's a Monday. But we're just trying to trade what the market is giving us, right? So at this point, how many people would say, let it hit my stop, or would I be out of it? Who would continue letting it hit their stops, or just say, you know what?
C'est pas la cible. Ok, donc du coup, venez tous. Voilà.
I think I would go for the profit, the small profit.
I'd get out. I'd
Yeah.
exit. Get out.
I'm,
Re-enter later.
I see the H10 and the larger time frame that are really in line, so I stay.
Also
stay?
me, I'm staying.
Okay, so you're thinking more long term. So if you're thinking more long term, you have to adjust your stop for more of a long term mentality. Else you're going to be, if this takes you out, you just took a loss, right? So by putting your stop here, right here, you're only thinking what's the market's giving you right now within the session, And right now you have a possible low of the session, right? It can turn around and change color again and keep going down. So that's decisions that when we're trading, we have to make. Are we going to get out because things have market is changing? I may have a retracement on the 15-minute. If you look at your 15-minute, 15-minute could be retracing, right? Look at your structure. You're right back at the lows of New York session. So we can be going. There's a possibility we can be going sideways. These are things you have to take a look at when you're talking about long term, right? Trying to stay within a session that may give you a lot of sideways movement. Remember, this is not the London session. This is the Asian session. So there's type of things that you have to keep in mind to protect your profit. So if you decide you want to stay there, you have to be long term. You have a long term mentality, knowing that the market, even if it goes up, is going to come back down. But if your stops are here or here, it may get taken out, or you may be lucky enough to where it consolidates and just continue to go down. So let's see what happens. All right. Things have totally changed, right?
Right.
So if you're out of the market at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
H3 is kicked in, everything is aligned within the session to go
Right.
long.
Yes.
Right?
Now I'm out.
Now you're
Mm.
out, maybe thinking about when did everything, those who got out, when did this change? Okay, those who got out will probably be thinking of, oh, maybe I can take within the session, I could take a long. We have a 3 ball here. We may have a bigger pullback,
Okay.
right? Because just because we analyzed this was supposed to be going short, the market can change and then get back in line to go long. But right now, we're only looking for shorts. But what the session has given us, it gave us a possible short, and then it changed direction. Because the Asian session tends to, do a lot of back and forth. But now it changed direction. So you're probably out. Those who had to stop here and break even, maybe a pip or two. Those who got out here, if you got in here, maybe you have a little bit of profit or break even. You didn't lose much, but you're giving the opportunity for the market to do what it needs to do, but you didn't lose anything. Right? It's when we get hung up with the price going in one direction and not noticing that the market is changing, that we hang on to it and we get a loss and hang on. Now we deeper loss, wanting the market to change. Now we're stuck with 21 pips against us, maybe 18 pips against us, wishing the market to turn around. If you stay ahead of the game and just follow the momentum of the market, you'll be able to get out early and then re-enter if it wants to continue to go down. There's no problem with re-entering. You just want to make sure everything is lined up when you re-enter. Right? And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm guilty to that, holding on, wishing to turn around, knowing that eventually the market may turn around. It's not a guarantee. Remember, you have the 4 hour. This could just be a small pullback for a continuation. We just know that the market is trying to pull back right now. We just don't know how long it's going to pull back, right? The market will start telling you when it does that. So those who decide to get out, got out with a little bit of profit, break even. So on a 1-minute chart, you will probably catch that because you can see the market changing right away, and you can get in and have a small stop loss, maybe an 8 pip stop loss on a 1-minute chart. But this is a swing down, right? Does anybody want to see the 1 minute chart? Or they're fine with the 5 minute? Just continue with the 5 minute.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. So at this point, I see my 10 minutes already gone quite a bit. I'm not rushing to go in. I'm waiting for, if the market for the session wants to continue to go up, I want a better price. So I will have to wait. All right, those who stayed in got taken out on this right here. And if you have a stop over here, you're probably getting ready to get taken out. See all this fluctuation. It's the starting of the week. You already see all this fluctuation. That's why the Asian session is so hard to trade, because you don't know when they're going to fluctuate it or when they really want to continue with the trend and go in that direction. But right now, I'm out of the market. I'm not even thinking of getting in until I get it for sure that I'm gonna get a good price for a move to the upside. Remember, we already found the initial high of the session, right? And the initial low of the session. We're in the between now, in limbo. We're just trying to see which way is it going to continue to short, go sideways, or is it going to break out? Let's play it. This is where you have to have patience. You know, I know this is going a little faster than what the market really is going, but okay. Everything is aligned right now. H3 is against H10, but within the session, you have a yellow ball, you have a 1 ball where it can, as a possibility, it can retrace before going up. But what the market is giving us right now is an entry long. Would anybody get in at this point to go long?
I enter.
Not
Yeah.
me.
Who is that? Huh?
If you're in a 1 ball retracement, I would watch my trade. You know, it's a possibility to go lower.
Correct. So you wouldn't get that. You wouldn't get into that one. You're saying until it retraces a good retracement and then go up.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. So Rafael, you got it.
Yes. Yes. I mean, but
Yeah, you
I understand the point that Rajit bring.
Okay.
So okay.
We're gonna change this to a red for a stop, so it'll look different. Okay. Okay. So those who got in here, tight stop, right? Which is 7 pip stop plus the spread, whatever your spread is. So you got a fairly low stop, right? You're not at the low of the day, right? Because we missed the trade over here because everything wasn't set up quite properly. And if you're in here, now let's see what happens. You remember, this has moved 24 pips already, right? We're in the Asian session. All right. Those who got in got rewarded. So now we're looking for a deeper pullback from a 2 ball to a 2 ball. We have to let this sit. We got a new high of the session, and the H3 has changed. So now we're only going long for right now for the day, looking for the high of the day. Knowing the long term, we may get a continuation down, or keep in mind, look at your 4-hour chart. This could just be a pullback for another move up to take this high, and then maybe later on come back down. Different possibilities, but right now, long term, we're going short, thinking of going short. Within the session, we're getting a trade to go long. So we're not in sync with the H10. We're just in sync with the H3 on down. All right, so let's go back. Let this play out. And Rafael, let me know if you would continue. Or when,
Normally, yeah, 15 pips, I will take break even 90% partial close. So.
Okay. So you got in here, 15 pips will be up here somewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
So that place,
89.46. 189.40. 46 right here. So this is your target for going to break even and maybe taking some profits off the table, right?
Right.
All right, let's let it play. If you see any changes, just let me know that you get out or not, or anything that's everything back in sync. So we know at this point will be 15 pips in profit if we get to this point, and we're moving to break even. I'd be moving to break even. Right now we got a low right here. So I'll be moving to there anyway. So now we got a little bit protected, and the market's still trying to find a high of the session. Now you have a free trade. Rafael, are you getting out or are you staying in?
I mean, I'm waiting for the 1 hour same color.
All right, you got taken out with
Yes. Mm-hmm.
with a break even or a little bit of profit. Okay.
Right.
So this is what we go through. This is perfect example how we're thinking long-term trend, right? Let's stop that. We're thinking long-term trend because we know the 1 hour hasn't changed yet. But we have our stops short-term, and we're missing out on 17 pips of profit. We're in the Asian session. We hit a low of the session. The sessions has already moved 36 pips, which is quite average for a Asian session, right? You have a two ball, meaning the market is most likely going to try to retrace before going back up. You have to make those decisions. You're within the Asian session. You need to take your profit.
Yeah.
You know, I would have took my profit out here when the market has already moved this much within this session. And I do have a two ball, and the 10 minutes started to change color. And then when the 30-minute changed color, I'm already out because I know I'm not. I need a better setup for a longer term trade.
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
right while I'm in the Asian session, I'm thinking about, okay, what can I get within this session? I know this market could turn around and go sideways. So that's why I play the 1 minute to capitalize within the Asian session the moves.
Yep.
You know, the 5 minutes is a little harder because there's 5 minutes lapping between one bar. This whole move is one move.
Yeah.
You can peek out on the 1 minute and say, you know what, I'm out of the 1 minute. Let the 1 minute set up if it wants to go up again. Right.
And you scalp it.
And you scalped it. So this is one of the issues that we run to, and I used to run through a lot.
Yeah.
Is I know probably the direction the market wants to go, but I'm losing the fact that the market right now is changing and is pulling back, and now you're back to break even. So you did all that work for a break even,
Yeah.
and you could have easily taken out 16 pips out of the market and just let the
Yeah.
market set up again.
So how many pips is it to the breakout structure where it takes out the low, previous candle low?
This one right here.
Yeah, from your entry to where it breaks the low of the previous candle.
From the entry is
No.
1 pip.
Previous candle
Oh.
on the 1 minute where it breaks a low. It's right below the
this
two
one.
ball. Right below the two ball. Right below.
Right
Yeah.
here. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Okay. That's 9 pips.
Yeah, so that's what I would have taken out.
So what he's saying is this has created a structure, and this candle broke below this
Yeah.
this structure right here.
Exactly.
So it's already telling you the market is trying to pull back. I mean, it's easy to see on the 1 minute, but if you visualize it on the 5 minute, you see the market is breaking structure. And now,
isn't it technically, aren't you on the up trade, on the up move? Isn't it technically a counter trend trade to where, to me, if I see a color change on the 10 minute, I'm out of that sucker because I know it's a counter trend.
correct.
And then,
Correct.
like you said, the 1 minute will give you a huge advantage.
Yeah. I mean, you take everything in consideration. The 30-minute was still strong going up. The 1 hour was angling up, but now at this point, the 1 hour has been going and it's flat. 30-minute has been going for a while, so you know the market is going to start trying to pull back, and that's now the change of color makes you wary about, okay, should I be getting out or not? Once it got here close to this mark right here, about to cross the 0 line, you need to be out because now the 10-minute is cycling, and it's going to cycle down, and you're going to get another entry to go along once after this cycles down and goes back up. So the cycle of the let me tell the cycle of your 10 minute could be 17, 20 something pips, just letting the 10-minute cycle up and down, right? Look at this cycle from here to here,
Yeah.
right? From top to bottom, that's a 23 pip swing. So if you know the 10-minute is possibly trying to cycle, you at a high of a session, right? You got a 2 ball, and the market is maybe getting to give you a retracement. Your 10 is red again. Okay, get out that market, get your pips, and let it sync up again to go long. Yeah, if it wants to go long, because it could be a long retracement. And at this point, it came back and took you out. It's part of the management you have to keep aware of and be aware of what the market is doing. It's cycling. You created a new high of a session.
And for me, the 9 pips is 9 pips closer to my 30 pip goal. So yeah.
There you go. Right on. Yeah.
And this,
Nine pips is better than zero.
and Raphael, thank you for being honest and following through, because no, for real, this is what we go through. This is the mentality that we go through. We holding on. We all do. I do that, you know. And then I wonder why I just left 20 pips on the table to come back to break even, and I'm pissed off. And once you get in that pissed off move, now you may start revenge trading, and now you start making bad decisions.
Revenge trading. Yeah, you're right there.
And been there, done that. Sometimes I still do it because
Oh yeah,
I feel like I
I
shouldn't have
gotta
done
get
that.
even with you. Yeah.
If you look over at the 5-minute chart, you can see you're in a channel.
Yeah.
You know, so you're really trading the 1-minute chart with the channel in mind. So what is the high on the 5-minute where the aqua arrow is on the 5-minute chart?
Yeah, this is the 5-minute chart right here.
Oh, so what is the middle chart?
The middle is a 15.
Yeah, what is the high there? Where the aqua arrow is?
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much hit the high.
Yeah, what is the high? What is the price on that?
89.48.
So, and what is okay, just put your line there, 89.48.
89.48. Right there.
If it's getting close to that top of my channel, I'm thinking about taking my profit anyway.
Yeah, this is structure from the previous day.
Yeah.
Right.
So there are different ways of looking at the market. You know, I mean, if I'm playing the price action structure, then I'm waiting for the low of the previous bar to be broken, because the price is still moving up. Now you can look at the 10-minute and say it's recycling, get out. Again, it's individual to the trader, right?
Correct. But you know, look at where you at on the 15-minute. On the previous day, you had a move down, a move up, and price came right back down to here.
Yeah.
So as you have to be open that this is the Asian session, and the Asian session channels. Where is a good place for the market to channel? Right here, higher than New York, or up here, right? Look at the. You have to keep this in mind also in each session, right? How many pips from top to bottom in this session right here? 31 pips, the Asian session. The previous day. All right, Mama, you have a good day. This day gave you a good trade, 58 pips range, right? Come back over here, 47 pips, 42 pips, 33 pips, 47 pips, right? That's just the box. That's not from the starting.
Yeah, if you notice, if that box is more than 30 pips, you don't get a good trade for the rest of the day. Just keep that in mind. So if you move within the Asian session, the other two sessions are consolidating. But if the Asian session is sideways, then you're going to get a move in either the European or the US session.
Yeah, you tend to get bigger moves in the other session. Like this is only 42 pips. This one gave you 62 pips. This one gave you 58 pips. This one at the beginning was not that great until it got close, you know, to after the small range, big profit. You know, the small range, so you maybe expect a good breakup. Ouch. So there's little things you have to keep in mind, but you trade in the filters, right? You have to keep aware of what happens in the Asian session, right? So take your profit. You got an opportunity to take a nice little trade, 17 pips, you know, you get 10 pips or 9 pips out of it, take it. That just adds to what's going to happen next or your next trade, or gives you a buffer in case you make a mistake. You know, the way I look at it on Monday, I trade for my buffer. I mean, if I can get 10, 15, 30, 40, 50 pips, That's my buffer on the week because I don't expect to be trading on Monday, on Sunday anyway. But if I do see a good setup, that gives me a buffer for the rest of the week when I find good trades. At least I know I'm ahead of the game for the week. So that's just me. On Sundays, I take what I can get, give me a nice little buffer. So if I do lose in the week, I'm not losing much. If I do take a loss. All right, so at this point, I'm not trading short. Got taken out. I'm not trading short because 1 hour hasn't changed color yet. H3 hasn't changed color. So I'm not looking for a trade at this point until something sets up. I'm not
This
forcing.
is
I'm not
also
forcing it.
this is also a 3-ball, 2-ball kind of thing. So either 3-ball is going to hold or it's going to get taken out and the 3-ball will turn to a red ball. So this is it needs to peter itself out, is what I'm saying, the trade. Right now it's in a no man's land.
Correct. So we're gonna go to a 15 and we're just gonna go forward until we see anything different. And the market is retracing, right? Let's go back over here because this is a prime example. Oops. Copy. I'm trying to get it to where it stops. Okay. Maybe we just went too fast. Okay. I can't get it to stop to where I wanted to stop. But everything is lined up here to go short. You're telling yourself, all right, I'm back in within the trend. 10 is ready, H3 is ready, H1, H30, and H10 is ready at this point right here. How many will take the trade at this point?
How far is the stop in the 3-ball retracement?
There's 28 pip stop.
Bigger.
Leave it alone, right?
Yeah.
Would anybody take this short because everything's aligned?
I wouldn't,
Okay.
but that's me.
Rajiv, will you take this short?
No way.
Right.
Actually, I would wait for a break of the 3-ball and make sure I'm in sync.
Either that or the retrace towards the 2-ball and give me a better entry.
True. Very good. Yeah.
Right.
That's
So this is where sometimes we get caught up. We see everything aligned, but it's not tradable. One, again, we're in the Asian session. You're in the middle of the high and low, right? You have a 1-ball, so there's a possibility that the market may retrace. There's too much against you to take a chance for it to take a trade here with a 29 pip stop for the market just to go down 12 pips and reverse again and then take you out. Right? So you're not taking that. The conditions are not optimal to take a trade right there. And so you just have to let it go and see if you get a better setup.
sideways.
That's how it's moving.
Yeah.
Now everything shift back. H3 is long again.
Yeah.
Right. You have another low for a session. Right. This is your initial low. It tried to make another low. It couldn't make it.
Right.
right? And you know you're in a one ball retracement, right? How many of you are taking this trade here with a possible 6 pip stop or maybe a 8 pip stop? Everything's aligned. H3, H1, 30 and 10 all the way down. Who's taking that trade?
Not me.
All right, Rajiv, are you taking this trade?
No. If,
Alright.
if I take it, I'll take it to the top of the channel, or when the one ball appears.
Okay. So let's say we take the trade here, knowing that the market is retracing, and we may play it back to up here, or maybe the break of this ball. Right? Our stop is right here. Right? Our stop is 8 pip stop to make possibly 19 pips, 18 pips. So a little bit more than 2-to-1 ratio. You know, that's the least amount I would take a trade. If it is a possibility of a 2-to-1, 2-to-1 or better. 1-to-1, I'm not taking a trade. It's not worth the risk.
Yeah, agree.
For my money, it has to be 3-to-1, but that's neither here nor there for this session.
Correct. This, you know, for the session, if you're trading within the session, you're probably not going to get 3-to-1. 2-to-1, if you get 2-to-1 within the session, that's a good trade. All right, so let's see how it plays out. It may not play out at all, but at least you know you have a low stop. If you made 9 or 10 pips here or 18 pips here, you already have a buffer. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
Market is cycling up. All right, now it changed color. Right. Let's see what happens. All right, now we have a one ball coming up. So you have to be really
I'm already tightening my stop as soon as that shows up.
correct. So right here, maybe you
Not break even, but
break even is 3 pips. That's too much.
yeah,
Too short.
probably right there, right below that. Yeah.
Okay, so now if you lose, you're only losing about 3 pips.
Yeah.
Right, 3 pips at the most. You're giving it time to see if the market wants to continue to go up, but you time your stop. 3 pips lost, I'm good. I gave a crack at it. You know, I'm not holding on to it to let it take my stop. Yeah, looks like it wants to pan out. Even though my 30-minute changed color, my 10 hasn't changed color. So
How many pips am I up now?
You are up about 7 pips.
Yeah, I'll be break even.
Tying it real up, break
Yeah.
even. Now it's a free trade.
Yeah.
Now it could do whatever it wants to do. Come take me out, that's fine.
And if it gets to 10 pips or whatever, I'm out.
Okay, so if you're not out by down, you know, you get out of your trade. That's with at least 3 pips profit.
Did it make it 10 pips?
Did it make it 10? Yes, it made it up to 11, 10 pips.
Yeah, I would be out at 10. I would, mainly because it's channeling, it's Asian session. It's coming out of the Asian session, which is when they start going after stop losses and
correct
orders and stuff. So.
This is an area where you don't want to be trading in unless you have a good setup. Everything is lined up to go into the London session, right? Plus,
I got 20 pips to go now.
correct. Plus, look what the market is doing. Channel. You have a one ball. You expect a one ball retracement. It gave you some more momentum, and now it stopped right here, right? Right at this order block right here, this area. So you should be thinking of getting out, right? If not, tying up your stop, right? And that's, I know it looks ridiculous, but you locked in 8 pips, right? You didn't let the market spike you out with only 3
Yeah,
pips.
this is the active trade management style, obviously. So
Correct.
if you're
And I'm being real strict because I expect the market to maybe turn around, because look at the price.
my
Yeah, but
point
one
was that
bullish
you
trade.
can't trade more than 1 or 2 pairs doing this.
Correct, because you have to be in tune with the market and move as the market to capitalize on your pips.
Right.
So I'm out with 8 pips. If the market wanted to turn around, fine. But those are the expectations that you're looking at because of where you're at, what the market is doing. Right? Conditions is changing. You saw that this was flickering already. 30 was flickering earlier. And 10 just became apparent 2 bars in a row that it wants to go down. Tying it up or get out, like Rajiv said, 10 pips profit just added to his previous trade.
And
Right.
what about your H4 perspective on the chart way over there? That's everything's short on the H4 still.
Yeah, my perspective on the H4 is that I'm still short.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your H10 is still red. So your
The
long term
H10
is still red.
long term, right? And what I was trying to trade here is just whatever the market was giving me within the session, which was giving me a long trade, and then it gave a short trade, right? When the H3 kind of sank, and then it turned blue again and gave a long trade.
And it was fine to counter trend that because of how far off the high it had come from the day before. There was
Correct.
profit room.
Correct. There was profit room. That's why you always try to trade off the low, right? The 1 hour gave me a low here, and the 1 hour gave me another low here. It wasn't the low of the day, but it was the low of the next move up.
Yeah, I would risk a short trade here.
Yeah. So let's go back. Go back
Right there.
and let it.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me play it out so you can
Yeah.
see it.
Right there. I would go short.
Okay.
Previous bar.
All right.
Close.
So what Rajiv is doing right now is he's seeing the price action.
Right.
He's seeing a 2-ball here, retracement here that didn't take this high. So he expecting a move down to give him another 2-ball or a break of this 3-ball.
Correct. And my
So
stop is above the 1 ball.
Yeah, those are the only 2 scenarios. So by getting in there, right, that's a 9 pip stop, right? And he's assuming that the momentum that's building up is going to change this H3 back to red for the market to continue to go down.
Right. And how much is it from my entry to the 3 ball?
From your entry to the 3-ball, that's about 20
And
pips.
that'll make my 30 pips for the day.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking at when I'm trading that.
But if you're waiting for more confirmation, right? This is an aggressive trade, but you have to look at the scenario, right? Not every aggressive trade is going to give you a good outcome. You have to be in perspective of where you're at. If I'm here on the low right here, my H3 hasn't changed. It makes sense to take an aggressive trade, assuming that my H3 is going to follow and change eventually, right? That's my assumption. If it doesn't happen, then you got to get out that trade. That's the risk you take only trading the H1 in sync on up without having the H3s in sync. You're assuming that the H3 is going to follow. And another key thing is,
and also because T2 is red, everything's red except H3.
Except the H3, and the H3 has been flickering back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, when it got to this point right here, it flickered. Got to this point, it's flickered. So it's back at the point where it may flicker again. Sure. So it's been flickering up and down, giving you a move up, move down, move up. And this is you expecting to move down. This is thinking ahead, knowing that you have a good risk to reward trade, right? Are you willing to take that chance, knowing the conditions? Like I said, not all conditions, you'll be able to get a good trade just using the 1 hour on through down. So let's see what happens. Rajiv got in right here with a stop right there. I will probably do the same thing because I see the price action and getting out if something doesn't go my way. All right, let's see what happens. All right, so right away I'm in some kind of profit. All right, 10 is trying to cycle up again. Now we're having a 2 ball. I mean a 1 ball. That's a good indication that the market is going to try to possibility trade sideways.
Again, tighten my stops.
Tighten your stops.
Right. No, yeah, right there.
Right there.
And your H3 has turned color.
H3 has turned color, so that's a good sign.
But since I have a 1 ball, I don't want to, risk too much.
Too much for the market to start coming back and just cycling.
Right.
So right now I only have
Reggie, in question, and I have a question for you. So you trade your stop as soon you are getting some pips. Let's say if you are 1, 2, 3 pips up, you are going to move your stop 2,
No,
3 pips from the original side.
No, Rafael. What I saw was the 1 ball showing up.
Okay.
So there's a possibility of a retracement, and I don't want to risk too much, so I move my stop down.
Okay. Thank you.
yeah. He's seen the condition of the market, how the market is topping out, coming back, topping out, coming back. This ball may not break this, right, and just give you a triangle formation. If you think about it.
Yeah, and my profit target is now no longer 30 pips, it's 10 pips again.
Right? The market just broke this trend line, right? This is getting a little technical. So if the market's going to go sideways and before it breaks out, it's going to try to form some kind of triangle, come back up, and then wedge out. It's a possibility it might do that. So he's looking at the price action and knowing I need to time my stop because it's I know there's a little bit of profit, but I'm not letting this thing come back and take me out of 9 pips unnecessary profit without timing my stop. All right, so let's see what happens. He's tying his stop. He's saying 2 pips is the most I'll lose at this. I'm okay with that.
Should I make it 10 pips?
Did it make it? No, I don't think it made your. Oh yeah, it did.
Yes, I'm out over that. 10
oh wait,
pips.
hold on. No, it made up to 8 pips before it started
okay.
where it peaked out. So.
So I lost 2 pips.
Yeah, you lost 2 pips.
I'm still up 8 pips, so I'm good.
All right, so now we get into the pre-London, right?
Yeah.
Now you're looking for how the market's going to set up. But you guys see how this market fluctuated, how the balls come in play and make a decision. Ball is there. Everything didn't get lined up here to take a trade. Ball is here. Everything didn't get lined up. Well, to right here for the 1 hour to take a trade, right? So now you have a ball here. Everything H3 and up is lined up. Well, it didn't quite get lined up here, but it's lined up here to go long, right?
What's the stop loss at that point?
The stop loss is it will be too high. This will be 14 pips.
Yeah.
For a market that's going sideways.
No, I won't take that.
Taking a risk. Because remember, this 2 ball hasn't came over here.
Yeah.
Right. We're still in 1 ball retracements.
Right.
Sideways movement. So until I get a good,
I don't have a read on the market just yet, you know.
Correct.
Basically.
So if that was perfect sense. If you don't have a complete read of the market, just because it's lined up, don't take it. Right. At this point, it wants to go up and down, up and down. I cannot take an alignment not knowing which direction the market is trying to go. The reason he took this one is because there's a possibility that the market could come back down and make a red ball here, but it didn't. Now, I don't know what the market is trying to do. So you have to, just leave the market alone and let it figure itself out. That'll stop you from over trading, There you go, you see, gave you another ball. It's just sideways movement. When you see balls to ball back to back, is a good indication the market is going sideways until it figures itself out, right? For those who like technicals, right? You got a market is going to try to break out of that, right?
Hopefully to the downside.
Yeah, hopefully to the downside to okay. So it's pre-London. What do we have here? We have a ball. Everything's aligned. Let's go back to where it was aligned. Everything's aligned.
How much is your stop there?
It's the same trade as before, so it should be 9 pips.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about 8 or 9 pips. Not 9 pips stop from here.
So take that trade, move the stop up.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
All right, so we're taking a trade there, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So I'm up how many pips now?
You're up 8 pips.
I would move my stop down, my stop loss down
To
to the high of that bar.
Or the previous bar or this one?
Yeah, this bar, current bar.
I don't move it yet.
All right.
Raphael hasn't moved it, but I have.
All right, Raphael has it still up here because he wants to give it some room.
Yeah, because I see the H10, the D2, and
Yeah, everything is strong. So he's
very
counting
strong,
on the
yeah.
market. Yeah, he's
That's the
counting on
reason
the
I moved my stop down, because everything's lined up.
All right. So let's see what happens. There we go.
The red ball, how many pips is that? I'll probably be out at this point.
okay, and maybe I'm going to be break even. Yeah.
All right, Rajiv is out for 13 pips.
All right, so I'm up 21. I got 9 more to go.
21. So you out or you at to break
I'm
even?
out. I'm out.
Yeah. All right, Rajiv is out.
I'm break even.
So Rajiv is out of the question.
Yeah.
Raphael has break even. He's saying this thing is strong. I'm looking for the low of the London session. Because that's what we're doing. Well, this is pre-London going into the London session. So we're maybe going into the London session, trying to look for the low of the London session. So Raphael is looking for the low of the London session to say, I'm out of this trade and waiting for the next setup. Is that correct, Ralph?
Correct.
Oh, okay. Oh. Raphael got taken out at break even.
Yes. Right.
So no loss.
At this point, I am break even in 2 trade, I think, or yeah. And I lost 1 loss and 2 break even. Yeah.
I'm up 21 and you're at break even.
Yes.
All right. So we have another setup here.
I'm enter again.
No, it's a 2-ball retrace. I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
All right.
You're right.
So
Actually, it's a 3-ball retrace with a 2-ball finish,
Right.
so it has a possibility of going back up.
Okay. So what Rajiv is saying, we have a 3-ball here, We have a 2-ball and a 2-ball. There's a good possibility that the market wants to set up to fulfill this 3-ball up here somewhere, right?
Yeah.
If you get in here, you're saying to yourself, this 2-ball is not finished yet. I'm still going with the momentum of the market until either takes this 3-ball or this 2-ball is complete.
Yeah, it's too iffy for me. I'm not
Right.
going to risk it.
All right, so Rajiv is not risking it. Rafael, are you risking it?
I'm risking it. Yeah.
All right, so you have an 8-pip stop. Rafael got in here with a fresh. Now listen, Rafael will probably be trained to 1 minute, so he probably get a better price and better confirmation to get in and out.
Mhm.
You know, we're trying to do these little scalp trades off the 5 minutes a little harder because price has moved quite a bit. But it can still be done. Now we're just showing you it can still be done within the session. All right, so Rafael is in. Rajiv is waiting for a better setup. Ralph, are you still in, or you gonna see it through?
I'm still in. Yes.
All right. All right, Ralph.
Oh, take me out.
Rajiv got.
Yeah.
Rafael got taken out.
Yeah.
With an 8-pip stop. All right.
So I have two losers to break even.
Okay. Why are we taking these losses? And why Rajiv didn't take this loss? Right? Rajiv didn't notice that the market is sideways. It's fluctuating. He's letting the balls help him out with potential sideways movements and not taking the risk that, okay, the market may go down and I need a stronger confirmation that the market wants to continue to go down.
Yeah, I'm trading in conjunction with the long-term trend. So anytime a ball appears at the top, I'm taking a trade.
Taking the trade. So,
Sí, está mejor.
So he saw this, able
La
to take
paya,
a trade.
bueno.
Saw this, able to take a trade in line with the trend.
¿Qué podemos hacer, Mililín?
Saw this and was able to take a trade in line with the trend.
El roti
right?
al palo. Okay.
But now he's not with the H10, right? He's trying to line up all the trades with the H10 instead of taking counter trend trades. Those decisions you have to make. Are you just going to live through taking gain off some of the counter trend trades and trade within the session, or you're going to wait for the market to line up again within the trend to take a trade off a good ball, right?
Mm.
So let's see, got taken out. So we have to wait for a setup. It's probably going to happen in the London session. Okay, so what do we have here?
What's the stop loss for that bar?
For this bar would be a 16 pip stop loss.
No, not taking the trade.
Rafael, you taking this trade up? Everything's lined up to go long.
No,
We're looking for a 3-ball.
no, I'm not taking it.
All right, you want a better risk to reward ratio.
I want to OC trade with the S10 and B2.
Can you go a little faster?
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to get it to where we already started the London session. Okay, let's go back because that's the London session. This is the point I'm trying to make.
Okay. It's the pound Aussie, yeah, London session.
All right, this bar illustrated the start of the London session.
All right, so I'm going to stay out anyway as a London session.
Correct. Okay, this is where I know this is a larger stop. You know,
Yeah.
I'll be trading this on the 1 minute, getting a better stop or somewhere around here, maybe a 6 pip stop, 5 pip stop, because I'm now trading off a low of the London session.
Right, and that's why I asked for how much the stop was. On the 1 minute, probably it was a better stop. You're right.
Yeah, or the 1 minute, but if trading off the 5 minute is a little riskier.
Right.
But you are trading off the low of the London session,
Correct.
right? I will probably be in this trade trying to find the high of the London session,
Correct.
right? And
Yeah.
then trying to find a yellow ball up here.
Correct.
See, this is a different scenario where you at versus in between here. It's iffy.
You have
Now-
a 1, 2, you have a 1, 2, 3 right now with the
And then you have
yellow
a,
and red balls.
yeah, you have a good setup, 1, 2, 3. So on the 1 minute, I'm finding the trade to go long, tight stop, and let the trade play out. You know, finally everything got in sync in here, somewhere in here. So within this 5 minute bar, I'm in closer to my stop. So
And I only have 9 pips to go. So from
Yeah.
that,
No.
can you mark my 9 pips from the entry on the 1 minute, for example?
entry on the 1 minute would be, let's say, halfway down the line
So 9 pips from there.
at 9 pips. So it'll be up here somewhere, past this ball.
Okay, can you move that aqua line? Yeah, All right.
Okay.
let's see if it hits it.
Yeah. If Rajiv was still in the 1 minute, he'll be playing that to there and get his profit. He's done for the day.
And out for the day. Yeah.
All right. Off the 5 minute is too big of a
Stop loss.
stop.
Yeah.
So let's see if he gets its. Change this. If he's on the 1 minute, trade off of that. Your stop will be there. So your stop will be somewhere about 7 or 8 pips.
Is that 9 pips now between entry and exit? The two aqua lines, how far apart are they?
It's about 3 pips away from your exit. Oh, from the entry.
Yeah.
You're about 7 pips.
7 pips. Okay, so I'm about 3 pips away. Okay.
Everything is strong.
All right, I'm actually, there you go. I'm out.
Yeah, Rajiv is out with his profit for the day.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Still
well,
got a-
2 ball. I'm definitely out if I didn't get out before.
Correct.
Anyway, I've made my 30 pips. I was just trying to make that point
Correct.
in a sideways market.
We have,
Does everybody understand what I did, or are there any questions?
Very good, very good. Actually, that makes a lot of sense, and that helped me to understand how do you take your trade. So very, very good. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
it's a difference between taking a longer trade, right? We're in a sideways movement, so there's always that chance that the market is just gonna go sideways, right? Look over to your 4-hour chart.
Yeah, if the market is in trend, it won't take me 4 trades to make 30 pips. Let's put it that way. It took me 4 trades on this sideways market to make my 30 pips. So I had to go up and down, play the balls, make the trend, that kind of thing. My last trade I did because of the 1, 2, 3 structure. Not based on the H10. It was because the market itself had made a price structure to go up. That's why I took that trade. That makes sense?
Completely, yes.
You're a quiet group today.
Let me open it up to the group. Is anybody's confused or see anything different or have any questions or what's going on? We just trading what the market is giving us right now. Since if you look over the 4 hour has been priced sideways. Even though it wants to try to go down, the market is either transitioning to go short or it's going to transition sideways and then get back in alignment and go long to continue this trend. That's the only thing the market is going to be doing. So you're playing what the market is giving you. Don't have the luxury of picking the pairs, right? Doing the simulation, because I have to go to another pair and start all over again. So we have to trade what the market is giving us. We either say we're not trading today and just go to the next day for a better setup, or we see actually what we go through on a daily basis and how to avoid not over trading, or just say I'm not trading this, move on to another pair.
Yeah, I also want to get the people to understand the way I'm using the balls to move my stops. I'm trying to protect my account, just like Rafael lost the 10 pips there because of a spike. I don't want that to happen to me.
So if you see a ball appear that is against your current short-term direction, you will move to protect what you have with your stop tightening.
Yeah, if I see a ball occurring in, against me, basically. So if I'm going long and I see a 1 ball or 2 ball appear in the price action, I'm tightening my stops.
Mhm.
And that way I'm protecting my account. That's the main reason why I would tighten my stop. If it takes me out for 1 or 2 pip loss, I don't really care. It'll set up again. And, I'm going for 30 pips. Why should I lose 10 pips on a trade? That makes it harder for me to make my 30 pips.
Right.
I don't know if you remember me posting a trade where I was moving my stops to every peak. But as soon as I saw a yellow ball appear, I just went straight to below each candle.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it to come back and give up 15 pips when I could just give up 5 or 6 pips.
Right.
And still make good profit. Because I know the market is peaking out and may be turning around, at least for a pullback.
I mean, that yellow ball may be taken out, it'll give you another entry, but at least you made some money at that point.
Yeah. I'm not stuck to saying my stop is here and I'm not moving it, and you let the price action and take me out. There's time for that, and there's time to really tighten up your stops. At the beginning, I was waiting for every swing and moving it. When each swing was giving me a different move of 12 to 15 pips, in between the price. I wasn't willing at some point to let it come back 12, 15 pips to take me out when I could just tighten up my stop. I was already in good profit. I think I was already like 40, 50 pips in profit. I'm not giving up too many pips. I'm trying to get as much out of it as I can.
Yeah, you're not being greedy either.
I'm being greedy. I'm being a responsible greedy person.
Yeah.
I'm protecting it and still giving the market a little bit of room, but protecting the amount of profit that I'm comfortable with. Everything else is just a plus.
Capital preservation. Like
Yes.
Rajiv said. It's good. That's good.
Hey, Ken, we can barely hear you.
Sorry, I had my thing up. I'm just saying it's capital preservation, what you guys are talking about.
Correct.
The great illustration on how you can trade the sideways market, and Rajiv made 30 pips on, and to me, a nothing market, you know what I mean? But he made it happen. Well, he didn't make it happen. He played the highs and lows correctly.
This is a 37 pip range, and he was able to get 30 pips out of it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How many people could? A lot of people will look at this range and like, I'm not even trading this because.
Well, that would
Right.
be me. That would be me. I would like cry and whine. There's nothing there.
But look, we're trading this off a 5-minute chart on a 30 pip range
Yeah.
and still making something out of it.
Yeah.
By having good management. Right?
Yeah, but keep in mind that, like Santiago said, I would be trading this on a 1-minute chart, and I would
Right.
be out way before when I got out, right?
Right. I got it. But it proves Santiago's point earlier that you can take any pair and just sit on it and take what the market will give you.
Yes, the key point is having a trading plan as well as an account management plan, right?
Yeah.
My account management plan calls for 30 pips a day. My trading plan calls for direction from the 4-hour, and then trading what the balls give me within the session.
Got it.
So it's 2 different plans, but my account management plan doesn't change. It's 30 pips a day. is my trading plan that may have an impact on a day-to-day basis. Now, that 30 pips a day is a minimum, it's not a maximum. In a market like this, I'm happy to make 30 pips and go out. But in a trending market, I can set my stop loss at 30 pip lock-in and just let the market drop.
Yeah.
The different trade management style, but I'm preserving my account at the same time.
Right. You're marrying the two together. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a perfect example. This is the worst it can get. Sideways
Yeah.
market.
Yeah.
This is the worst it can get. If you can manage to trade out of this range and get something out of it, you're doing something right. Right. If you're not able to get out of it, it's understandable. It's not because you're not a good trader. It's just it's harder to do. Right.
But if you can learn that, what
Yeah, but
Rajiv has shared, if you can learn that, you got something going on.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
you can trade in any market condition.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as you keep with your management, trade management, you can trade any market condition. And this is a prime example of the hardest market to trade with a 30 pip spread while it's getting narrower and narrower.
Yeah.
You're still getting something out of it.
A wedge. Yeah.
And this is not a good, 30 pip, 30 pip, 30 pip, 30 pip, 30 pip. You make
No.
a killing out of that. You make
Yeah.
15, 20 pips out of a range like this, following the 1 minute, up and down, up and down. This is a market that's getting smaller and smaller, and it's still able to get 5, 10 pips, 8 pips out of it.
Yeah, it's true scalping. Yes.
True-
Yeah.
true scalping.
Yeah. That's really scalping.
You know,
Well-
that first trade from the 3-ball up to the 2-ball, that 2-ball moved 1, 2, 3 times before it stopped up there, right there. Yeah. So,
I don't care. I tighten my stop as soon as the 2-ball appeared. And if it didn't take me out and the 2-ball moved up, I would move my stop again.
okay.
I'm not letting that 2-ball spike and take me out for a loss or a massive loss. It's already telling me that it's trying to change, and I'm playing the fact that the trend is about to reverse, and I'm playing my account management at the same time.
Okay. And that's how you're able to stay in.
Say in, or I get out and then I wait for the next set.
Mhm. Thanks.
All right, so we're mixing the London session. And it looks like the market is setting up for some kind of breakout since it's coiling down, right? This is where, some technical traders are waiting while we are making profits within that. They're waiting for the breakout, right? We don't care which way it wants to break out. We're just following the momentum of the market, right? So this move up pretty much was a loss or break even or something like that. So the market gave you a 2-ball, you're out of it, right? Gave you a 2-ball, started moving against you, you either caught a little bit of profit, right? Rajiv caught his 10 pips. If you would still be in it, you'd be thinking about getting out with 5 pip profit or break even or whatever it is. No loss. I mean, you're trying to trade a tight range. You got to pat yourself on the back that you're not losing money. Before, I'd be getting killed in a market like this. I'm talking about murder, 20, 30 pip loss. Still trying to go at it. Another 10, 15 pip loss and be like,
Yeah.
damn.
Me. I've been there.
To finally market break out and be like, man, if I just waited, or maybe, well, my trading plan, my way I was trading didn't allow me to really take advantage of this market like this. But now I could take better advantage of a market like this. But mostly people are out of this market waiting for a breakout. You could be out of this market with your pips, while you already have his pips, and he don't care if it break out or not. He's moving on to a better looking pair, right? Or if he's just trading this pair, maybe he is waiting for a better setup for a better breakout. All right, let's move on. See what the London gives us. Nothing set up. See how this flip-flopping back to red. It's blue, red. We're still open to the fact that this market could give us that yellow ball up here, right? So we have to keep in mind that if it sets up good for a breakout, we can get a good trade to find the retracement. Or we get a good setup to go short, and that ball was taken out. Just gotta wait and see.
So we have an hour left in this time slot. Can we move it a little faster? Find the breakout and go from there?
Yeah. Let's go over to the 15.
I don't want to rush the process, but we can go back and forth, all day and not get anywhere.
Correct. Okay, so all right. This could be a possible trade, right? Everything is set up short. 13 pip stop. Right? You're looking for maybe another 2-ball formation down here or a break of this 3-ball with this momentum, right? So we take that. Stop is there. Let's say we got in there. Let's see what happens.
Did you just move away from your mic? You're coming in very soft.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Now we can.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good now.
All right, everything's still lined up. You got a 2-ball, so we definitely tightening up the. What did we get in? Did this
I
reverse?
was going to say, where did you mark your entry?
Oh, I think I did a reverse. The entry was here, and the stop is here, which was a. No, that's not the right entry. It was a 13 pip stop or something like that.
Yeah, isn't that correct? Right there.
No, hold on. Let's go back.
4 bars from where you are right now. All right.
Okay, so where did we enter? We entered on this.
1 more bar. Yeah, right there.
Okay, yeah, that's where we enter. Okay, so entry was here. Stop is here. That is a 13 pip stop. A little bit too high for a sideways movement, but I'm banking on this breakout. And if I get it, then I could tighten up my stop right away. Yeah, we did get a little breakout. All right, so market moved right back to the low of the Asian session with a.
I would
That's 10
tighten my
pips.
stops. Yeah.
So you tighten your stop maybe up right here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
So right now I'm only losing by 4 pips.
Yeah.
And I'm giving it time for it to move, hopefully get a good breakout. Everything's aligned in the direction of the trend in the London session. So and we made a low for the London session and made a high. So now we're trying to find another low. So it broke the initial low. Let's see what happens. Ooh, got taken out probably. Got taken out.
Yeah, it didn't get to the, it didn't break the bottom of the channel. It just bounced off of that.
Bounce off the channel. But I only lost 4 pips in the attempt of breaking out of this sideways movement to go short. I can live with that because I was really only risking 4 pips now since I moved my stop short because the ball, you see what we're doing? The ball appeared. So there's a possibility the ball could continue to get taken out or reverse. I'm not taking the chance of it reversing and coming and taking my 13 pip. I already took a pretty steep stop loss for a potential. 4 pips I can live with, right? For potential to make, 40 or 50 pips on a move down. At least 30 pips, because it's the London session. It may range about 50 pips, So I got taken out. I have to wait to see if the market sets up again. So, all right, there we go again. If I have my initial stop here, then I'll still be in good, right? But did I want to take that chance with the market possibly coming back, having a 2-ball here? So this is a sideways market. We're just showing you how you can play the sideways market and keep your losses to a minimum and still try to make some trades. Do you think, guys, I should move forward for a better setup, or just continue until it breaks out? What do you guys think?
Well, I'm thinking that the first ball after the 3 ball in the middle of the Asian session is the best stop, the place to set the stop, because the H10 and D2, they are sinking to the short direction. So I'm thinking about maybe to get any enter and set my stop there, not move it, and let it go.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're
Mm.
not playing within the session. You're looking
Right.
long term. So
Right.
if you get in here, right here, somewhere here, you're putting your stop here and you're following the H10,
Right.
regardless of what the H3 is doing.
Mhm.
So that's more of a long-term mentality, right? You're not
Mhm.
playing within the session. Your stop is up here, and you don't care what happens, all this right here.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's playing long-term, right? And a lot of people don't have the stomach to live through all this fluctuation. So if you don't have the stomach to live through this fluctuation, then you have no choice but to play. If you're going to play a market like this, whatever the market gives you. Yeah. So Rafael is saying, I'm long term. I got my trade right here. Whatever it wants to do, I'm staying in it until the 10 change color or I get taken out.
Yeah.
Right. He has maybe a 14 pip stop, so he doesn't care at this point. Just letting it ride. Hey, this got taken out. So
I'm assuming that he's moving his stop down when you got the triple top, right where your trend line is.
correct. Yeah. At this point, you would be
Just
moving
break
here
even.
to almost break even or a little bit. If you got in somewhere around here,
Yeah.
that's still a 8 pip. So if you got in here,
No, it broke
right?
structure right now, so I would be
Correct.
moving it down lower.
So
The stop
Yeah.
loss.
if you have the stomach to get in here and just let it say, okay, I'll weather the storm. If it takes me out, it takes me out. If not, then you're in profit. If you did what like I did and protected some and got -4, then you'll be looking to get in again,
Right there.
maybe somewhere around here, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back. Okay, so I'll be getting in.
Right there.
Okay, right there.
Yeah.
So whoever's in here got lucked out, good profit. I got a little scared with a -4, but I said, you know what, I'm getting back in. And now I have a 11 pip stop. This person
Market.
right here,
Market.
yeah.
Market entry too.
That's a stop. And that's the entry.
Yeah.
So whoever had their stop here should be moving their stop at the next pivot.
Well, when it breaks at that 2 ball, yeah.
Yeah, if it breaks this two ball, you should be moving it. But I already have. If I'm getting in here, if this is an add-on for me, right?
Mhm.
If I'm here and this is an add-on for me,
Yeah.
and this is my stop for this add-on, I'm moving my other one to where my add-on is.
Okay.
Right. So this will be your next stop. All right, let's see. We already know it broke it earlier. That's cheating a little bit, but that will be your next logical entry. All right, so it broke structure. Now we're definitely looking for the low of the session. We're looking for the low of the day. Until we get otherwise.
All right. Now your stop loss should be at the break even.
Yeah. Stop
Free trade.
loss,
Free trade.
Yeah, break even.
break even.
That's a free trade.
And so, who got in here before? Okay, so you pretty much break even on both trades.
Yeah.
Because you got in at the same time where you got in where it took the loss, not
Right.
the same area. All right, we're up how many? 14 pips. If you have both positions, you're up 28 pips.
Still a freaking sideways market. Jesus.
All right, so
And dropped. Now stop loss moves lower.
yeah, move your stop loss right here.
Yeah.
This is the entry. So now you're up 18 and 18. If you got two position, if you got one position, you're up 18 pips. If you got two position, you're up 36 pips, but you've got 5 pips locked in and 10 pips if you got two positions.
Yeah.
And momentum looks like it's still strong. And looks like you got the breakout. At this point, you're up as much as 25, 50 pips.
You're done. 50 pips, you're done. I mean,
Yeah.
You can continue if you want. I mean, Raphael would probably
Yeah.
still be in there and make
All
more
right,
money.
so we move stop right here.
Yeah.
And now we're up 40 pips protected if you have two position, 19 pips if you have one position locked in. So you just pretty much a free trade with some profit, just letting it run.
I'd wait for
Okay,
wait.
so there's a 5-minute chart with a 3-ball. I'm really tying in my stop to the top of this. On the 1 minute, there's a structure. So I'm tying up my stop to this swing point high, and it broke it. And right now I only have one position because I got taken out of the first one. So I only had 24 pips. Whoever had two position is up 48 pips. And no, protected 48 pips, but they're high as much as 70 pips in profit.
Yep.
He got taken out. No?
And I'm probably about to get taken out. No, they didn't quite make it there. Well, it looks like it's trying to take me out, but
I'd get out on that 1 hour.
Yeah, it's the end of the European session, so I would be out.
This is the low of the session.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Be happy to get as much as you could, as much as close to 80 pips to right now.
Great day.
30 pips one position, 60 pips two position. All right. Right here where you're up 80 pips, low of the session, and you got to think about it. The session has moved from top to bottom 60 pips already, close to 60 pips. it's time to wait for the next setup. And you got a yellow ball, so you know you're probably gonna get some kind of retracement.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm being greedy. I got a tight stop, didn't get taken out, so now this is broken. I'm moving my stop to right here. I'm being a responsible greedy. I was okay with what was it? What did I have here? I was okay with 24 pip in profit, and just say I'm good with that, and let it do what it needs to do.
Yep.
Now I get rewarded for being a little greedy, but being protecting my profit.
Well, it's stress-free, you know, whether you
It's
get out or
stress-free.
not. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. For those who stayed in and got rewarded, are up for the day. 50 pips, one position, 100 pips, or as much as 100 pips. Right.
Yep.
I would be moving a stop to the high of that bar. Now
Right.
it's the bar by bar.
Now it's bar by bar.
So you're
Because-
in the US session with a yellow
Yeah.
wall. So
Yeah, and the U.S. session can be making a low for the U.S. session,
Right.
right? Or this could saddle, and this could be the high of the U.S. session and continue to go down.
Right.
Either way, I'm protected. Whatever the market wants to do. 49 pips, 100 pips protected. If two positions, I don't care at this point. Whatever the market wants to do, I'm not gonna cry over losing
10 pips.
10 or 10 pips, 10
Yeah.
pips of profit. I'm satisfied with what I got.
Yeah, you get the meat of the trade.
Yeah, you got the meat of the trade, but still getting rewarded.
Still move it lower.
And the 1 hour saddle, right? So we assume that the market is going to saddle or give us a low of the session. Saddle, and we went straight in from a saddle to be in the high of the U.S. session. Now we're waiting for the low of the U.S. session and the low of the day. We're still
And you
trying to find the low of the day.
Move your stop down.
Oh yeah, moving my stop down to.
No, above the pivot. Since you broke structure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, above the pivot. I broke structure here, so
No, it didn't. It didn't trade a pivot. So keep going.
okay.
Not yet. Keep going.
It's probably gonna take me out. Did it?
Yeah, it's going to take you out because it formed a higher low.
Yeah, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Who knows? We'll assume it took us out. If it was, if I had just a little bit more wiggle room from that high, maybe it wouldn't. So we'll assume we got taken out at 52 pips in profit for the day, one position, 104 for two positions. You're done for
You
today.
could have had multiple add-ons in between, but yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
assume,
Yeah, we just assume that you did the first initial entry and the add-on at the very top is the most optimal place to add on. You have more add-ons here, like here, right?
Yeah.
In this area to go short. There's still more pips to be made, but it's probably gonna take you out anyway. Look at that. Saturn again, so kept going down.
So you shorted again?
No, we didn't short it. I was done for the day.
Oh,
Because I wasn't. Now it's starting to go sideways, and I wasn't sure that was the high or low of the session. I didn't want to risk getting in and the market spiking to for a trade that I'm not 100% sure. You see, it's flip flopping a lot, saddling. So it's looking for the low, right? If this didn't take me out, then I still would have been. If I would have had just a little bit looser stop, then I'll still be in it, right?
right.
But if I just came in the New York session and I'm looking at this, let's see if we have an entry here. Hold on. Did we have an entry?
No. There is no entry.
No entry. The H1 is still blue. And, oh yeah, you did get an entry right there. It's just temporarily changed. It just changed back. Let's see if it stayed for entry.
I see a little bit of divergence on the H1.
Come on, come on, come on.
Once it finally does turn, your stop might be too big too.
That's possible, yes. Good Lord, it didn't fluctuate that much.
There you go.
Okay. So it was temporarily changed, right? So if I was looking at that, it's a 13 pip stop. I have a yellow ball here.
Yeah,
It's really risky. The 1 hour
divergence.
just changed. If I would have stayed looking at it, the 1 hour changed again to blue. So it's like I'm not taking that trade. It's too risky.
It's gonna take you out of the short trade anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's right down. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's trying to go up now.
Yeah,
This is all manipulation trying to get people to go short.
Well, it's taking the stop losses out.
Stop losses, yes. Yeah. H3 is flickering like I've maybe found the low of the day.
Right.
But there you go. Got all these stops out.
So how many pips would you have
Those
made
people
here?
to go short. Oh, from here, if I didn't take it out,
Yeah.
if I wouldn't have got taken out, it would have been 80 and 160.
There you go.
One pair who
Yeah.
started off with a nasty sideways movement, we finally broke out and we got our trade.
Yeah. Also, there was it was sideways in the Asian market, which told you that it's going to be a good trade in the European or the American market. So
This is a perfect example of H10 going down.
Yeah.
You found the low of the day, low of the session finally set in with all this divergence coming on. You know, on a 1 minute chart, this is a tradable trade to the upside for a session trade. Yeah, it would have gave you maybe 20 pips.
Yeah.
To the move to the upside.
Yeah.
With maybe a 8 pip, 10 pip stop. And coming right back to maybe try to take you out. Didn't quite take you out. And because your stop is below this 3 ball. But you pretty much found the low of the day. And I think that would be it for this session, for this New York session. And now looking in for the trying to plan ahead. You know, the day hasn't even ended yet. Trying to plan ahead for the next day, right? I look at the H4. H4 finally broke out, right?
point of interest is that H4 has a red ball, a 2 ball, but the H10 is still red, so it could still go lower.
Yeah, it could still go lower, but I'm already planning ahead. Right?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, if you're looking at the 4 hour, you know, the 2 ball doesn't mean that it's going to reverse.
Correct.
You have to marry that with the H10.
Correct. So in order for this to reverse and give a move to the upside, the H10 is going to have to change color, right?
Yeah.
And then this ball would be.
The ball could still be there, but the next part could be blue and H10 would turn. And that's the signal to start going long.
Correct. So in this session, you already started going long, right? Because it's the low of the session. And you're in this trade, right? Your stop is here. You're still in this trade, you know, probably adjusting your stops and maybe taking out. But either way, you're up 19 pips.
But all your selling is over with. You're not shorting anymore.
Right.
I'm not shorting anymore.
no more.
you know, until the next day. I gotta see what how the next day sets up.
Yeah.
So I'm close to the end of the New York session. I'm starting to see my 4 hour gave a ball. So I'm looking at my H3, and my H3 going into the next day is probably going to be looking for a higher today. That's my mentality coming in. I'm already preparing for the H3 to go long to give me a higher today. There's a 2 ball here, so the H10 may change, and then I'm definitely going long, looking for the higher today. Right? That's just thinking ahead of time, trying to get ahead of the game. Anything changes, then I have to adjust my thinking. So let's go forward to the next day. We got a free trade here, so we got to take it out for 19 pips.
Move it faster, man. Come on, increase the speed.
Yeah, hold on.
Slide the bar to the right.
Well, I'm just gonna go skip.
Okay.
Skip to the loop. Okay, because we're gonna get to the starting of the market. Asian session. Okay, what happened to my H10? Change color.
There you go.
So now we have a 2 ball with a change color.
What time of the day is that?
I'm not sure. Hold on.
Just no, where it changed colors. Yeah.
It says 2000. So it's the getting to the beginning of the
It's
session.
1 p.m. basically Eastern.
Yeah. So you're ready in the next day. I think.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Change color again.
If you don't take the yellow ball out, you're okay.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time figuring out where I'm at.
It's 3 hours difference between your platform and this platform.
Okay, so we really don't start. Is this tradable? Oh, this is okay.
No.
This is where it starts. This is the starting. It's 25 pips price. So this is the starting of the day,
Okay.
pretty much.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be trading this movement.
No.
All right. So now things could be changing. All right. I'm coming into the day looking for a low. All right. So I'm only looking for shorts at this point.
Yeah.
Right. Regardless if the ball is here, this could be taken out. Things have changed now. Our mentality is now continue to look for shorts. Right. So when I get into my Asian session, I'm only looking for the high of the Asian session to go short.
Got it.
Whoa. This thing took that ball out.
Spike.
Didn't even give me a chance to take it a trade.
Yeah. It's a
This
spike.
is news. This is news. It's probably news related.
Yeah.
Probably FOMC.
Yeah,
probably.
there you go. News.
Oh,
JPY.
yen. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, news, which affects the Aussie and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you got Aussie news coming up.
Yeah.
On this day
Change it
too.
again.
High news on the Aussie, same day.
Yeah.
So I could see how RBA's rate statement. This is a high volatility day. Right.
That's going to screw up the next day. Trying to reset the market.
Correct. Oh, look at the spread. 37. You're not trading that.
No.
You just can't catch that.
Yeah.
The spread is high. You're not able to catch that, unfortunately.
Came right back up anyway.
Look at that. Look at that swing. All that is news related.
Fake out. Yeah.
All right. So now the spreads had normalized. So this is getting to where we're gonna start looking for a trade in the Asian session. All right. So what do we have here? We had the spike down. Look at this candlestick formation. H3 is changed color back. Now I have to change my mentality to looking for the high of the day. Right. And a possibility, a low of the session to trade high. Okay, so this is what I put too much spin on it. Okay,
Yeah, Aussie News just spiked it up.
yeah, I was thinking you spiked it up, but I am at the low of the session according to the 1 hour. Low of the day, looking for the high. So this is getting into the box, and where's the news? 2350. What time is this? 2350. So this is all right. This is where the news was coming in for the yen. This area. I don't know if I will be trying to trade the news. I probably want to be trading until everything settles down. Okay, this is where the news came in, spiked it.
Is there any other point we're trying to make? We got 15 minutes left. Do we open it
Okay.
up for questions?
Yeah, let's open up this question. I know we did trade a little bit more than last time, but
Yeah.
I think it was just showing how the sideways market is. Everything is not picture perfect all the time, and how to possibly trade through that or just wait for the breakout, and then finally got rewarded for a trade. Did everybody gain anything or have any questions or see where they may be making mistakes and maybe being a little bit more patient, maybe how to time their stops to make the trades a little bit more easier and less effective, mentally. And we'll open the floor to any questions or any comments if it helped anybody or if you have any questions.
Well, it helped me, and what it showed me is how important management is. Rajiv is very good at that, and
Correct.
I tell you, I learned a lot. It's really rewarding being here. It's really all I have to say, but there's a lot of importance in your risk management, especially in the sideways market. So thank you.
I have a question. Costas, we did not take into consideration the color and the slope of the moving average.
Yeah, that's not a moving average, it's a MACD. Okay.
Yes.
We did take into consideration that based on the H10, we were explaining how the H10 was changing colors and the MACD wasn't. So to read the momentum by using the MACD line on the chart and see if it matches the H10 color. When those two match, your trend is pretty much set. Do you understand, Costas?
Yes.
So the line is there to guide you as to where the momentum of the price is. Okay, it could be sloping up, but when it slopes up, your H10 is probably going to turn blue. Okay.
Okay.
And this is the H1 candle. So 5-minute charts, the H1 will be turning up. And then when it starts to turn down, you see the H1, the H3 is turning down. You see that at the bottom?
Yes.
And then when it starts to turn up, the H3 turns up. They're in tandem. But sometimes the H3 could be blue and this is still magenta, like here, down at the bottom of the left side, under the box. And you're saying, okay, you have reached the low of the day, right there.
Yes.
But your momentum is still to the downside because your MACD hasn't changed colors. So it's just a retracement.
Okay.
If you're trading price action, you're trading the balls anyway. But
Okay.
yeah, that's how you relate the MACD line to the H3 on a 5-minute chart.
Okay, I understand.
So depending on which time frame you're on, that MACD line is going to match either the H10 or the H3. And in the case of the 1-minute chart, it'll match the H1.
What's this?
Okay.
This 15-minute chart matches the H10.
Correct.
H10. So you saw how the H10, the line was going up, and it changed color right here. So the momentum shifted. Now the line is kind of flat. So that's a good indication that you had in a sideways market, you had the transition coming, right? And then finally, when the H3 synced in with the H10, and you started to get a curvature in the line, that's when the momentum really picked up. That's when we really got our trade to go short. So
Does that answer your question, Costas?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know I didn't touch on that on the line. Maybe I should have touched on it while we were talking about it. I was just so focused, just trying to trade the sideways market. So the line didn't really play too much, unless knowing that it was flat and we was in a sideways market.
Okay. I thought that I just wanted to clear.
Okay. No, that's an excellent question.
Anything else?
Well, I can go down the who's all in here. Let me see, chat. How do you know? How do you see who's in here? Participants. Okay. So
Costas, Mark, Raphael, and Ken are still here.
Okay. Oh, Deborah dropped off?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So hey, Mark, did you learn anything or see anything that can help you, or have any questions, or maybe clear something for you, or you maybe still confused, or have a better understanding? What is your output on that?
I do. Definitely. It's helped a lot. And I think I'll be able to integrate that into my thinking.
Okay. Costas, the same question.
We don't know when the balls appear, correct? When appear at the chart, we react to them. That's correct. When how the balls calculate their position to the chart? We know that.
No,
that's what I would like to know too.
I have no idea.
Aha, okay.
I don't know. May Rajiv may know something, or I really don't know how it calculates, but it's similar to
It's the zigzag line based on that 5-13-34, right? So the 5 zigzag line is the 1 ball, 13 zigzag line is a 2 ball, 34 zigzag line is a yellow ball.
You mean if it's that at a minimum?
Now, if you do the zigzag with those parameters, 5, 13, and 34, you will see it matches those balls.
But if you got a swing that was 11, then you wouldn't see a two ball because it
Correct.
needs 13 at minimum.
Yes, but I mean, those are the settings for this indicator. So if you're trying to match the balls for the indicator, you got to use the 5, 13, 34 or its multiplier like we've been using.
It is like a traffic light, correct?
Correct.
For the price.
Like
It's not a traffic light, but it's an indicator where your short-term trend, medium-term trend, and the long-term trend is. So it gives you
Okay.
three different trends on the time frame.
Okay. Thank you.
So basically, yellow to yellow was your long-term trend, right? So Rafael got in up here, right? And it said, I'm looking long-term, right? H10 was looking long-term. So long-term, you're looking to go from yellow ball to yellow ball on a 15, this is a 15-minute chart to coordinate with the H10. You're going from yellow ball to yellow ball. If I'm on a 5-minute, I'm looking at the 4-hour trend to go from yellow ball to yellow ball on a 4-hour, right? And this time it got taken out right here. This was the initial yellow ball. It got taken out right here, but after the trend was over on the 4-hour. So Rafael got in here with the mentality of long term. So he's looking from this yellow ball until the next yellow ball appears after the H10 has done its cycle, which was right here, and finally turned blue right here. So the yellow balls are your long-term trend. 2 balls are your intermediate trends, right? As you can see, you get it's a range of 40-something pips, 30-something pips, 30-something pips. You get the idea. It's a bigger range.
Yes.
The 1 ball is just a small pullback, small range. And, 26 pips, 15 pips, small range.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's why we're trying to, when we see a ball on the 4-hour, is a 1 ball. We know we're going for a small range, but the range on a 1 ball on a 4-hour is 99 pips from here to here.
And that 1 ball is probably a yellow ball on the 15.
Yeah, it's probably a yellow ball on the 15. Correct. Just like this is a red ball here.
That's definitely a yellow ball.
This is definitely a yellow ball on the 15. So that's how you know on a 15-minute. If you're talking about going long term, you're going from yellow to yellow, meaning on a 4-hour, I'm going from red to red. So I get a red here, and it then wants to turn around, if it wants to turn around. That's why I trade off the 15-minute swings, right? I like the looking at the 15-minute yellow balls because they pretty much tell me when these turnaround points are at, right? All these points are yellow balls on my 15 minutes. If I go back in history and look at this, I can't do that. If I go back in history and look at this, that's a yellow ball on my 15-minute. Yellow ball, yellow ball. All the yellow balls would be a turnaround point on my 4-hour chart.
Okay.
Excellent. That's good.
All right.
That's good.
I know the question has come up to put the 4-hour balls on the 15-minute and the 5-minute charts, but really, if you're going from yellow ball to yellow ball on the 5-minute chart showing and the yellow ball being a 15-minute trend, I mean, you're trading yellow to yellow. You don't care. You just need to know from the 4-hour which direction you're trading in, and then you're going from yellow ball to yellow ball in that direction.
Yeah, I found that out. Yeah, I found that out yesterday. I was playing with it and I came to that conclusion. That's
Right.
good. Yeah,
But if you put a 4-hour ball on the 5-minute chart, then it's a lot of calculation. You can't put too many snatchers on the chart. It's going to slow down your computer because it's going to process a lot of data.
Right, right.
But you're more than welcome to put it if you have enough memory in your computer.
Yeah. Now the 15-minute yellow ball is excellent. It's really all you need.
Now, if you're a day trader, you need the 15-minute chart with a 4-hour trend.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
the 4 hour has a correlation with the 15 anyway, because with the 4 hour trend, you have a 15-minute entry for a technical trade anyway.
In the 4 hour trend. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're doing a 15-minute day trade, then you're taking your entry on the 1 minute. You're doing sniper, what's called sniper entries on the 1 minute chart. So minimize your risk, that you take, and then you just follow yellow. If
There you
you
go.
have the stomach for it, you just follow yellow ball to yellow ball.
Yeah.
Of course, the yellow ball moves, so that's where the stomach joining comes in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have, my thing froze. I was going to show you how I have my scan specifically on a 15-minute or on a 1 hour. I have the 4 hour balls on it. If this thing could unfreeze.
If you give me the computer, the screen, I can show it.
Yeah, because I just try to open this up, and this has the dashboard is just freezing up with everything trying to go
Yeah.
in. Hold on, is pause sharing or what?
No, you go to stop sharing.
Oh, stop sharing. Trying to navigate through this.
Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yep.
You see my chart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the Euro Aussie chart, and here's a 3 ball on the 4 hour. Here's the 2 ball. Here's the 2 ball, and here's the 2 ball. So if I put it on the 4 hour chart, you'll see 3 ball, 2 ball, 2 ball, 3 ball, and then all the 1 balls here. So this is the 1 ball, sorry, the blue that changed the colors. The 1 ball, 3 ball. Here's the 2 ball. Here's the 1 ball, 2 ball. So I have put it, but I have 64 gigs of memory on my computer. So I have enough memory that I can use it, this is the euro dollar, not the euro. My eyes are really going bad. But here's a 4 hour 3 ball. And if I'm trading that, then I'm looking for the sync up to the H10. Here's my entry to the 1 ball. That's 40 pips. Then I go over here. Here's my entry again. 1 ball to 1 ball, 43 pips. And I can take the trade long also.
Hey, Rajiv, is that a ball on top of a ball, the yellow ball on the back?
The yellow ball is a 15-minute ball.
Okay, and the
The blue ball is the 4 hour ball.
4 hour balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made the 15-minute balls blank inside.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not filled
Yeah.
up, so I can see the balls clearly.
Okay.
Together. Yeah.
So yeah, that's perfect. All the yellow balls on the 15 is pretty much your turnaround points on your.
Correct, as you can see, right? Every time I get a 1 ball or a 2 ball for the 4 hour, there's a yellow ball underneath.
On the 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great stuff.
And not all of them have it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the 15-minute does do an interim trend change that is not shown on the 4 hour, but I trade from, if I wanted, I would trade from yellow ball to 1 ball or 2 ball on the 4 hour. So from here, I don't have any other balls. I would go yellow ball to 2 ball right here. So
And it coincides a lot with the H10, correct?
correct.
That's good stuff, man. That is
So
good stuff.
even if the 2 ball was here, that's like 66 pips.
Yeah.
And there's a re-entry here.
Yeah.
For another 30 some pips. Then I got a 2 ball to 1 ball short. I got 1 ball to 1 ball long. 1 ball to 2 ball short. 2 ball to 3 ball. So this is a 4 hour trend on a 15-minute chart.
Right.
I have it on the 5-minute also, I think. Yeah, I have it on the 5-minute also. I just didn't put it on the 1 minute because it would churn too much.
Yeah.
But I have the 15-minute balls too if I want to be cautious, like, go from 3 ball to 2 ball on the 15-minute or 5-minute. It all depends on how you want. I've been experimenting because I haven't really played with it. Santiago has played with it more than I have. But as you can see, here's the entry, here's the exit.
Yeah.
Here's the entry, here's the exit. But then it had a lot of ups and downs. This is the part you go to the stomach. And then short, and you're still short. So, I mean, of course, you got to match this with down here, with the matching, top 4, giving you an entry right there.
Yeah.
And took the entry here. Well, you won't take it there. So your entry is actually here somewhere. This is a 2-ball retrace, so right after that. Right there.
Yeah,
So I
part of
got
that
taken out.
taken out in that one, but you got a re-entry.
Re-entry here. 5 pip or 26 pip. I mean, euro dollar doesn't move that much. So
Yeah.
that's why I like to play this on the pound yen and the euro New Zealand.
Yeah.
I don't have the euro New Zealand here, but here's a euro New Zealand. I know Mark can't see this. Sorry, Mark.
I can't see it.
But I mean, euro New Zealand, right? 2 ball, you're down. Here's the 1 ball to 2 ball. And here's your entry, long. It's a 9 pip stop loss. This was probably here, 100 pips.
Yeah.
And everything matches. I mean, you still got to follow the rules on the filter.
Yeah.
You can't skip that. It's just giving you the general direction. Balls are, you should not rely on the balls as your entry points. It still has to match.
Yeah.
The filter down here.
Just a heads up.
Yeah. Okay.
Excellent stuff.
Hey, Rafael, you have any questions?
He's not here.
Yeah,
Oh, you're here?
I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Actually, I
He
had
loves
to.
us.
Yes.
You need to announce yourself. Come on. Okay.
I love it. So no, actually, I had to go eat something. No, but it's amazing all what you have accomplished. Really, you can play it in a sideways market. You can play it in any market condition.
No, look at the sideways
yeah.
market. The way I trade it is not convenient for a lot of people.
Right. Right.
So I'm not suggesting you. I just showed you a way you could do it. Use the balls to do it, but you don't have to. I mean, on a 5-minute chart, which one were we trading? We were trading the pound Aussie, right?
Yeah.
And that was in August sometime, or
Yeah, back in August.
yeah.
I mean, you can find whatever. You can find any consolidation. Look at the 4-hour chart and find a consolidation.
Yeah. Like over here.
No, more when the market turns around. That's go back.
Like here.
Yeah, like right there. Where all those 1 balls are at.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
let
that's
me
perfect,
just mark
perfect
it.
example.
And this one here, let's just do this one. And you go down to the 5-minute. Oh, don't have enough data. Don't tell me. I have 100,000 bars. And no, don't have enough data. Okay.
Oh, just found a pair that's been consolidating recently.
Yeah, I'm going to find that. Let's see, pound CAD. No.
Oh, that's
So see now, and like yen, right?
Yeah.
Consolidating right here. So let's mark it. This is a consolidation. 5 minutes. And this trend is H10 is long and then short. Okay, 5 minutes. So here it not much of a sideways market, but here's the trade, right? Everything lines up. Here, where's your, well, your 4 hour was in a long, right? It was in a long trend. Correct. Need some feedback, guys.
Yes, yes.
Need some affirmation.
Okay.
And here's a trade. And if you're trading the 4 hour trend, you're just waiting for the 3 ball right there.
Right.
So
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's like 102 pips, right? You're not worried about this piece here. You only worry about this piece when you move your stops. So you don't move your stops on your technical levels. You move your stops on the yellow ball retracement.
Yeah.
I mean, you're trading a 4 hour chart, so and then here's your 3 ball, and
To move down. Shortly.
here's the entry.
Yeah. That happened yesterday.
Yeah, and look at this. Came all the way back.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, 4 hour head swings, right? Here's your exit. This is true swing trading.
Yeah.
Let me draw a line there. So this is 204 pips. But the way I play it really is to the yellow ball on the 15. That way I don't have to live through the swings.
Yeah.
So here's my trade, 109 pips. Then I go long, 104 pips. Then I go short, somewhere in here, 129 pips. Now my overall is short, right? So
Right.
it all depends on whether I take the counter trend trade or not, right? I
Yeah.
can just take shorts, short.
That is the kind of trading that I want to make.
Right? Just a short.
H10, yeah.
156 pips. And this box is showing the consolidation. And if you look at it, within the consolidation, went up, went down, went halfway up, which is a clear indication that it's going to turn around to go short. Right? We're not playing the box for it. You guys understand what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay. So the 4 hour is showing me my trend on the 4 hour. The 15 minute is showing me the short term trend, basically. Yellow ball to yellow ball. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the 5 minute. Where's the 15 minute balls on the 5 minute? Okay. So I know I'm going counter here. I can see this, the H10 is a short here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm going against it. Now, if I'm going against it, I'm moving my stops, right?
Okay.
Got it.
I'm not risking it spiking down like it happened with the pound Aussie. So I've
Capital.
probably taken out over here, right?
Capital preservation. Yeah.
So here's 70 pips, and then I'm back in here. I'm not trading after session, so I'm not in this trade. The rest of the trade I missed. Then I'm going short. Stop loss is moved here, still over here. It hasn't broken structure. Over here, broke structure, and then moved it down here with broke structure. Right, so my stop loss was here. And this is already a 63 pip trade. And then it comes down here and I say, okay, what do I do? Now, notice I'm not looking at the filter at that point. I'm just looking at technical stops. What do I do? When I come over here, just give me 3 ball. If I wait all the way till here, this is my exit. It's 97 pips, nothing to sneeze at.
Right.
And then I'm not trading this. Oh, you could trade this in the Asian session.
So 5-minute chart are the 3 ball or the
15-minute
Yeah.
balls.
Huh?
These are the 15-minute balls.
okay, yeah, just the next time frame up.
Yeah, and then this is the 4-hour wall. So 15-minute yellow. Here's a short Asian session. This is where Len was saying that he got out too early. Now, if I move this to the 1-minute chart, I don't have the 4-hour ball on the 1-minute chart, but I already have my direction. On the 1 minute, where is my entry?
There.
What I usually do is I just put a line with my 4-hour ball. So when I go to the 1 minute, I know where my ball is at.
I'm doing the same thing. Actually, we are thinking the same. So
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
But here's my entry. Here's my stop loss right here.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-4 pip stop loss. Now I'm back on the 5. And here's my trade.
So the bottom 3 time frames all have 4-hour balls.
Bottom 3 time frames. No, I don't have the 4-hour balls on the 1 minute. I have it on the 5 minute and the 15 minute.
Oh, what were the balls we saw in the 1 minute?
1 minute is just 15-minute balls.
Okay, and then the 5 and the 15 are 4-hour.
5 and the 15 are 4 hours as well as the 15 minute.
As well as the what?
15 minutes. So this is a 15-minute ball, the yellow ball. This is the 4-hour ball, the purple.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see those before.
And these are the 15-minute balls. And this is the 4-hour 2 ball. So if I take it to the 4-hour, you'll see a yellow ball and well, I'm getting a yellow ball, but it's actually a red ball. It's just turning into a yellow ball. So these 2 balls are the ones that I'm seeing on the 5 minute.
Yeah.
Right here. And right here. See, this one here, this one there.
Yeah.
And in between is, you can play the 15-minute balls on the 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, or the 1-minute chart. Your entry, which is what the filter system is for, is defined by the top 4 filters on any time frame. The one, anything below that is a longer term time frame. Like the 1 minute has H4 and H10 along with the 4. These 4 define your entry, M5, 15, 30, and H1. This is the longer term. Like the 4-hour and the half daily. If you're doing swing trading and taking entry on the 1, it just helps you know which direction you should trade in.
Right on.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I just put the 4-hour balls on my system yesterday because I think somebody was asking, and then Santiago also brought up the fact that we should put those. So I was experimenting with those. I haven't really traded with this, but I can see the benefit.
Could you also post this template?
Who said that?
Pardon?
I said, who said that?
Mark.
But you can't see the chart.
Well, when those colors are scrunched up enough that you know, I could see contrast when they're spread out, then it's harder.
I'll put this chart up. Where's my? This has the same information, by the way, so
Yeah,
it's not like you're missing anything.
right.
Okay.
I like the black with the contrast of the,
templates. Okay, let's just say page 4 walls and okay. There you go. It's there.
thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Any other questions we can answer?
Any suggestions? Did you guys see something that you want to be added, or seeing something that's
So I was
beneficial?
gonna say, you want questions, not answers?
Well, if you have answers, give them to us. Maybe you've done some observations that we haven't come across, you know? It's not a one-way street.
Tons of them, but
Now you guys
mostly
are,
being silly.
you guys got it covered.
Okay, it's 15 minutes past 2 my
That's a
time.
full Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to
Yeah.
stop the
That means I'm gonna
recording.
listen again.
Yeah, I'm going to stop the recording.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank you.
stop the share.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, I'll probably have these recordings by
Thank
tomorrow
you very
sometime.
much. Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank you.
have a good one.
Thank you.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I suggest coming this week, and Raphael, especially for you, because we've been trading that night. You know, pick you 3 or 4 pairs
Okay.
and learn the system really good, and evaluate the system. I mean, the pairs you want to know the direction. Just pick those 2 and just trade them like you're trading them. You're an excellent trader,
Mm.
and
Oh,
I think I think the only thing is you overwork yourself.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you make some mistakes because you're overworking
Right.
yourself.
Right.
I think you'll be making lots of pips if you just focus a little bit more and
Yes.
and just concentrate on those pairs. Forget about the pound New Zealand move, the 100 pairs, and you wasn't able to look at it. Focus on what you have in hand. Make good solid trades, and you're gonna see you're gonna be having very very little losses. You got a good grasp of the system. It's just you overwork yourself sometimes, I think. And I think you're gonna be very successful the way you trade. Just got to tone it down a little bit. I think. I mean that's what I'm because I've been there where you at, and I know what's helped me. And just to tone it down some. Hopefully that'll help you out. And for everybody else, just pick your few pairs and just follow it. So so the system could become second nature. So whenever you go to any pair, you can pick up what's going on really quick. Then you can start adding more and more pairs because you know what's going on.
Yeah, if I could add on to that, speaking for myself, not for anyone else, adrenaline can be an addiction. And
Oh yeah, definitely.
so that's why people get addicted to other things in life. So yeah, the adrenaline can mess your trading up, because like Rajiv has shared about risk control, so this today was very rewarding. I can't talk, but very rewarding regarding everything from both of you guys.
Yeah, that's a great point. Adrenaline, fear, greed, all that messes your trade up.
Emotion.
Emotions mess your trade up.
Yep.
If you can, the more you know the system, the less emotional you'll get in trading it, and it just becomes systematic. Get in, move my stop. Get in, move my stop. Don't even think
Yep.
about it, and move on
Manage.
to the next trade.
Manage it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like with your algorithm here, I can shift my focus, which has been largely research, to learning to use it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And you can only learn by execution. Research only gets you
Yeah.
so far. You know,
Yeah.
you use a demo account, right? And you can create a demo account with $25,000. You know, and probably larger than what you trade individually, but it'll get you used to trading larger lot sizes. You know, so that'll calm you down somewhat when you go to a lower lot size. You know, I mean, if at 25,000, you can probably trade a lot, one lot, depending on your leverage that you have. And when you go down to your actual size, you're trading 0.1, 0.45, whatever, then you calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
So you don't have that fear of loss, you know, as much. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, it alleviates when you're dealing with a large amount of money and you can handle the big loss and manage it and learn how to manage it. So when you go down to a smaller amount, the fear is not there anymore. It's manageable. I mean, that's what I
Right.
found. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Was a very good session, guys.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Okay, I gotta go, so I'm gonna end the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
guys. Thank you for showing up and
Bye.
happy trading next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.